Hey y'all, it's Michael, and today I'm here to do my April TBR. I thought I'd film on my side again because it was really nice last time, so I thought I decided to film again. Yeah, April was a really good month for me. I read 20 books. Some of those were graphic novels, but I feel like I read a really good amount. So yeah, let's get this started. The first book that I read was A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I decided to read this book because I wanted to see what all the hype is. Yeah, I didn't think it was as great as everybody thought it was going to be or hyped it up as to be, because I just thought it was literally okay. Like, it was just okay. Yeah. The main gripe I have with this book is that I felt like it was telling me instead of showing me, if that makes any sense. Especially during the action scenes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I thought it was just okay. I didn't think it merited the hype, and I don't think I'll be reading forward. I mean, I just thought it was okay. So yeah. The next book that I read was The Encyclopedia of Early Earth by Isabel Greenberg. I actually really enjoyed this book. It's a graphic novel and it's really pretty. It has this weird, it has a cool, like, I wouldn't say weird, it has a cool look to it. Cool, I thought, in the way that as the story progressed, it had layers to it, because it actually had moments where it was telling you a story, which was telling you a story, which was telling you a story. It was like layers upon storytelling, and the whole book is basically about how stories are being told. I just really enjoyed actually a lot of the just like the individual stories. I enjoyed a lot of them, and I thought especially how it concludes, I think it's really, really nice. I gave that 4 stars out of 5. The next book that I read was Batman Bruce Wayne Murderer. This is a collection of graphic novels about, basically he gets accused of murdering someone, and basically you find out what happens to it. I actually really enjoyed this. I thought the character development was really nice. I thought the story was just really good, and it was really intriguing. The downside though is this leaves on a cliffhanger. I mean, like complete cliffhanger, and so now I have to go read the second book to find out what happens. But other than that, I thought it was a really good book, and I gave it 4 stars out of 5. Ooh, the sun is coming out. It's a little hot now. How about it? The next book that I read was Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind Volume 1 by Hayao Miyazaki. I pronounce it Nausicaa, but I have heard the correct pronunciation in Japanese, and I'm definitely not pronouncing it right. Yeah, this is actually a graphic novel and it got turned into the movie, I believe. That's how it goes. And I thought it was really good. It seemed like I was watching the movie. I mean, a lot of the scenes were really similar. I read volumes 1 and 2 of that one, and it was just really good. It's a story about this princess who has a connection with the spirit animals, and basically it's more of an symbolism about the environment and how we treat it, and things like that. The style is really interesting because it's actually brown. It's not black, and like the ink is actually a different color. Instead of black, it's actually a brownish look, and I do like the way it transitions from panels to panels. It has a really cool action movement to it, and I really enjoyed it. I gave both of them 4 stars out of 5. I really enjoyed it. The next book that I read was The Good Lord Bird by James McBride. I randomly wanted to pick up a book that had an award winner for some odd reason. I don't know why. Probably because I read an award winner last month. So I went into this book really blind, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. This is a historical fiction. I did not know that. I went into this, since I went into it blind, I was like, oh, okay. It's basically how the Civil War starts, and that's all you need to know. It has a lot going on. It's basically about this boy Onion who gets captured. Well, I wouldn't say captured. Who gets led into basically a crusade about freedom. And yeah, I say go into this blind because it really surprised me. I just loved The writing was really good. I love the writing. When I say character development, I don't really mean like she learned a lesson per se. She actually didn't. Hold on. Hello? You could always give me the money. If you... Oh my god. And what was I saying? Yeah. Oh, The Good Lord Bird, I really enjoyed it. 5 stars out of 5. I really liked it. The next book that I read was Same Difference by Derek Kirk Kim. It's basically a graphic memoir about Kim, and it's like a snippet more than anything. I mean, I thought it was okay. It did have this moment where it was really insightful and I really did enjoy it, so yeah. Other than that, I gave it 3 stars out of 5. The next one was Friends with Boys by Faith Erin Hicks. Again, I thought this one was okay too. It's one of those books where I didn't feel like it was amazing or it wasn't bad. It was just literally okay. So that's all I can say to it. It's weird though, because it had this weird supernatural moment and I wasn't expecting that. I just thought it was weird. So yeah, I thought it was okay. Stop. You can't mess up another video I have. The next book I read was I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. I wanted to read this book because again, it is really hyped and everybody said it was really good. The writing was amazing. So it actually got really good ratings. And I was kind of disappointed almost. I don't think it merits the hype really. I actually enjoyed Noah's perspective versus Jude. This one is about a story about twins and how I did like it because since Jude's perspective is in the past and then Noah's is in the present and they're basically gonna converge into one. So I really like that structure. The thing I don't know how to phrase this. The thing though is when I was reading this book, especially Jude's perspective, I thought this book, like, have you ever met someone and they were just literally always over the top and just doing the most? I felt like Jude's was just doing the most. Like, it was just over the top, and I just, all the time I got to Jude's chapters, I was just like, okay, we can go back to Noah now. I felt like his story was more interesting than Jude's. Wasn't grooving with her character, but also, there was this part where it was weird. She said she saw this guy that she likes and the mentor, and she's like, oh my god, because you know she likes him. She's like, yeah, I like you, and she was like, you could be my brother and dad, and I was like, that's incest, girl. That is incest. I don't know if I just randomly picked that up, but yeah, I thought especially her part was just over the top, and while the writing though, it felt really like don't get me wrong, I think it's poetic. The writing is poetic and I mean this with like the kindness of my heart. I really did enjoy it because I like how it was jumpy, like the writing almost asks you to answer questions, and I think that's why I really enjoyed it, because I think the writing lifts this book up, because the conclusion to me was just like, oh, okay, and you can kind of see it from miles away. I mean, the revelation is really obvious, but yeah, and I gave it 3 out of 5. I thought it was literally, it had its pros and cons, and it literally meets in the middle of a 3. So yeah. Now the next few books I already did like a talk about them, and I felt like that merits it enough, because I don't want to be redundant and I don't want to film a 60-minute wrap up like last month. Yeah, so we're just gonna go through some of these really quick. The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins, I already talked about this. Yeah, I thought it was overhyped. I thought it was okay. Yeah, so there's that. The next book that I read was Wonder by R.J. Palacio. I thought it was really good. I really liked it. So yeah, 5 stars out of 5. Next, The Joker, Death of the Family. Again, I thought It was good. I really liked it. 4 stars out of 5. The next is The Strain Book 1 by David Lapan. I forgot what my rating on it. That's how unmemorable it was. So yeah. Next, during that readathon, I read I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings by Maya Angelou. Again, amazing. I still think it's 5 stars out of 5. It was really good. And the next book that I listened to was The #1 Detective Ladies Agency by Alexander Bacall Smith. Again, I thought that was really good. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I think I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars. So yeah. Next book I read was God Help the Child by Toni Morrison. This one I did a whole individual book review. I thought it was really good. I don't think it was better than The Bluest Eye because that's the only other Toni Morrison that I read. So yeah, I'll link the video and more of my thoughts about it. I read was Delicious Foods by James Hanahan. Again, I did a whole review on this. I'll link it again. I thought it was good. Like, okay, so a footnote to this. I did, because I like to go into books blind a lot. So this one, I just went into it. And you know in that book how I talk about I kept saying that I think it's about slavery, and afterwards I went to Goodreads and looked at some other reviews. It is about slavery, and there was a link about it in one of a person's review, and it was super interesting. I mean, it was about modern slavery happening. It was literally just like the book. The next 2 books that I read was for the Dewey's 24-hour readathon. I'll link my wrap-up right here, and so you can go check it out. Basically, it was The Children Act by Ian McEwan, and then The Unfortunate Importance of Beauty by Amanda Filipaki. Again, I thought both of them were good books. The final book that I read, actually listened to, Columbine by Dave Cullen. I don't read a lot of nonfiction books. Oh my god, this book was amazing. You know how in a lot of blurbs, they say the word like riveting, amazing. This book is completely riveting. I could not stop listening to it. It was so insightful because I know the basics of the story, but I did not know all about the details. This book is, in case you don't know, this book is about it's about an infamous shooting in American history in Columbine, Colorado, I believe is where Colorado, yeah, where it's at. What I love about this is that it debunks a whole bunch of myths that I thought were true, and so that was really insightful, but also it unraveled like a novel. It was amazing how you got different perspectives as it was happening before and after. So as these things are happening, you get to see what each person, the victims, the police, the teachers, the students, it was so good. The writing is really good. The way it was read, oh god, not again. Hello? Oh my god. Anyways, as I was saying, yeah, I really enjoyed the book. Also, there was this moment in the book, it was really emotional. This whole book is emotional, but there was this moment in the book where I literally had to stop like listening to it because I was listening to it at work and just pull myself aside and was really getting emotional. It was a story about the son and the father who he was ready, his dad was ready to give him his business, ready for him to take over the family business, but it just went down and it was so sad. I really recommend this. I thought it was an amazing book and it's as good as everybody says it is. And I think it's a great, because now I'm really interested more into like crime fiction and nonfiction, so I'm gonna be reading more of those, but I think it's a great start. And also the audiobook reads like, if you've listened to Serial like on podcasts, oh my gosh, it reads just like that. It's completely riveting. 5 stars out of 5. I really enjoyed it. Those are all the books I read in April. This video will be shorter than my last wrap up because I did previous videos for the other books, and I think I'll start doing that from now on, so that way I won't have this huge long video I have to edit. It was just a pain in the butt. Let me know what you read in April, and then until then, I'll see you guys later. Bye.